The biggest bomb joke that I've had. I make a joke about how white people think that I'm Mexican and Mexican people think that I'm white, that I don't know if I'm really Mexican because my dad is from Mexico, but I've never been in an ITT tech commercial before. But I said that in Ontario, where the whole crowd was Mexican and had actually probably been to ITT tech.
I had a guy pull a knife at me once for insulting his wife. But I don't know if that would be called bombing because the whole crowd hated them, so they cheered when they got kicked out.
It was an urban crowd. I was angry at the crowd because they weren't laughing at my terrible jokes at that time, so I busted out this one. I find it strange that when a white person acts black, we call him a wigger. But when a black person acts white, we call him the president. No laughs, someone just yells, "Oh, now you bombing!"
The worst joke I ever told on stage. I didn't know the definition of irony as a kid because Alanis Morissette's song ruined that for me. I thought it was 10,000 spoons when all you need is a knife. We were staying in a battered woman shelter and my mom was like, this building used to be a morgue, you know, with, you know, dead people. And I was like, isn't that where Dad's been trying to send us? Is this irony? She was like, it actually is irony, but I'm very sad that an 8-year-old knows that. 0 laughs.
There was a sign that was like, what if Jesus was aborted? There was like a big billboard. And so like I wrote a joke about it, but it was basically, it was just like, it wasn't even funny, but it was just like about Joseph was a carpenter, so he could like build a set of steps to like push Mary down. It was like the worst, like it was just offensive for the sake of being offensive. It wasn't funny. And it was like the quietest like I've ever heard like a room get.
I was at a open mic and the audience was entirely senior citizens. I went with a one-liner that I thought was decently witty. It was a picture is worth 1,000 words, but a Snapchat is worth 10 syllables yelled out the window of a passing bus. But none of them knew what Snapchat was. So there was just silence for a little bit. And then I mumbled something about a penis and they started laughing at that again.
I did a play a few years ago that I wrote. In the play, I have like a scene where I recreate my first blowjob. And like I'm doing this and I'm on stage and I just look up from the fake dick and locked eyes with my dad. At that moment, I was like, fuck.
The worst time I ever bombed was in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. It was a really, really long bit about ancient Egypt and how the pyramids were built. People were just kind of shouting like, we don't care, and fuck Egypt, which I thought was misplaced anger. I mean, they can be mad at me, but there's no need to take it out on an ancient civilization. The pro of a hand job is that someone other than yourself is touching your penis.
It makes you feel younger.
Your mouth is free to like keep eating if you wanted to.
She's not using her mouth, so you guys can both harmonize on the rendition of In the Jungle that you're singing.